I'm on my way out, and I just thought that I would take this time, excuse me, and spend some time with you all. What is on your mind on this Wednesday afternoon? How are you all doing today? I hope you're all doing well. Hope everything's going well for you guys. Um, just want to encourage you guys today to make today. Don't let life get you down. Don't let the haters get. But rise above. Rise above. Do your thing. Look, everybody is not going to appreciate your thing. What's going on? Truth 31. That's my man right there. I am having a great day, man. The sun is out. It's a little chill. It's like 70 degrees, so I was able to wear my sweatshirt today. So I am doing well. I hope you're doing well, Truth. I got to get you back on the channel, man. I haven't talked to you in a while. What's going on, Mark? The family is doing so good today. What's up, TW? Yeah, we're doing well, and that's just kind of what I want to tell everybody today is rise above and have some conversations. Yesterday, I don't know. I have this tendency to say things sometimes that I don't even mean to be controversial. I'm just trying to have a conversation with people, and people they lose their mind sometimes. They get all upset, they get mad, and it is what it is, right? But it was funny yesterday. The talk around the internet right now is about Andy Muschietti and the new Flash movie that's coming out. Now, the Flash movie is like a year and a half away almost. I mean, it's like literally next December, 2022. So a lot can happen in that time. And, there's a lot of misconception about stuff with Ray Fisher. There's a lot of people think Ray Fisher was fired. Ray Fisher walked away. Like, he walked out on his own terms, and he said, look, I'm not going to be a part of this production. Like, he wanted to. He absolutely had talks with Andy Muschietti. But he wanted to do it, but he didn't want to be a part of it with Walter Hamada being a part of it. And that is absolutely understandable. I absolutely respect that. What's up, Speedo Kagan? What's going on, my friend? Yeah, so like I totally respect that. And and everybody knows that, that I respect that. And I stand with Ray Fisher for sure. But the thing is that like, they had talks, Andy Muschietti doesn't have a problem with Ray Fisher. He didn't fire Ray Fisher. Nobody fired Ray Fisher. Ray Fisher did his own thing and, said, look, I'm not going to be a part of this. And so the thing is that they had to figure that out around that. What's up, Lena Deli? Thank you, man, for your support yesterday. I saw you. I see you. When you got, so you're part of what I'm talking about a little bit today, right? So yesterday, I was talking about this because the talk around the internet, and this is just talk, it's just speculation, right? It's just talk. Really, it's just talk. And Speedo Kagan, we're gonna have you back on, man, where we talk like film and stuff, and like have you on. I know that there's that time difference and everything, but know that I love you, man. I love you, and I appreciate you, bro. For those of you who don't know, Speedo Kagan has been a huge supporter of the channel. Go check out his channel. He's got some great things. I owe him a review like you just don't even know. I'm just gonna do the review, dude. I'm gonna get like Tiffany together. My family has grown so much in the last year that it's really hard because like Isaac is now, I can't believe Isaac is 19. Like Isaac is doing his thing. He's working. Landon, my son Landon, he's working, going to school. He's a junior this year, and and that's just crazy. And then on top of that, Logan, is a sophomore this year, and so we're constantly going. Tiffany and I are working. We've gone through just a lot of change lately. I got a new job. She got a new job. So we've gone through like a lot of change. What's up, Brian Master and None? I see you. I see some of you guys as I'm driving here. What's up, Paul? Good to see you, bro. Nerd Cosa Nostra. Hey, that guy, shout out to that guy too, man. He sent me a copy of Zack Snyder's Justice League, and then I opened it up. I was looking for this little box, right? Because I figured, there's a movie in it. And there was this bigger box, and I was like, that can't be it. Because I got to work, and come to find out, man, he sent me a Dark Side pop too. Dude, You rock, man. Thank you so much, bro. You guys, I just love all of you guys so much. You guys are so a part of our lives. And I know I'm a YouTuber and I'm not supposed to, get too close to the people who watch us, whatever. But you know what? Screw that, man. We call you our nerd family for a reason, right? But yeah, Speedo Kagan, that guy, he's so awesome. Like all the animation that you see on the channel, that guy did. So and I'm talking way back. I even brought back the logo that he did for this video stuff. I like bringing back that logo every once in a while. So that that first real logo that we had, that's the blues and the pinks and all that stuff, and the intros and everything. Dude, that was all Speedo Kagan. And he animated all that, he created all that, and it was just freaking awesome. And and our outro and everything, and then then I put the music over it and stuff. But man, it just is what it is. He just did a great job, just a fine job. And then even with the new stuff, with the yellow logo that we have now, that was Dawson, excuse me, made that yellow logo and everything. He made the caricatures of me and Tiff and the boys and everything, and Speedo Kagan, man, he went and he animated all that stuff, and that's why we have the animations that we have, like at the beginning with the little Millennium Falcon that takes off and stuff. And that's just super cool. That's just super cool. And dude, honestly, man, I appreciate you. And I wish we could have him on the channel more. There's a huge time difference. He's like in Sweden, and so it's there's a huge difference, whatever. But man, we got to figure that out, like time wise, where I can have you. Like obviously you're on right now, so maybe sometime I can do like a morning thing. But yeah, so so that just everybody, Jeremiah, what's up? LDG, what's going on, bro? What's up, John? But yeah, like I said, my family has grown so much that it's like we're never home together. We're always like doing stuff, because everybody's going and going and going. They're doing homework. They're, going to events, whatever. And so, sometimes I look back at old videos of us just doing reaction videos on the couch, and I'm like, man, that was like the simple days, right? Where you just sit with the kids and it's like, hey, we're gonna go do a reaction video, and everybody's like, yay! And now it's like, we're gonna do a reaction video. It's like, well, when are we gonna be done? Like, how long is this going to take? And I got to set up and I got to do everything. So, and but it's all cool. But you should ask Vin Diesel. He knows about family. That's right. Vin Diesel knows about family. But yeah, Speedo Kagan, I'm just going to do it. I'm going to, maybe I get Tiffany together, and I know I get Isaac, something like that. And because Isaac's the big Pokemon guy. And so, yeah, Speedo Kagan made a Star Wars / Pokemon film, and so I definitely, and I promised him that I would do a reaction video, and dude, that's so on me, and I'm so sorry that I have not gotten to that, but we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it big, okay? But yeah, so yesterday I posted this, this thing on Twitter, just about the fact that right now going around the internet, there's this talk about how Andy Muschietti, he saw the Snyder Cut. Right? Now, look, I didn't report that as like, hey, I talked to Andy Muschietti, man, and he saw the Snyder Cut. But you would have thought that I did. You would have thought that I did. I just put out there, hey, word is that, and you can check the Twitter, it's right there, the tweet. Just like, hey, word is that Andy Muschietti saw the Snyder Cut, that he loved it, and that he made changes to the Flash movie based on that. Now think about this. The actress who plays Iris, she wasn't in Justice League at all. Totally got cut. She's in Zack Snyder's Justice League, and she's coming back. Ben Affleck, and I also put this in the tweet, Ben Affleck is said to have made changes to the script before he signed on. And I've said this, and I just think this makes logical sense. And this goes back to the fact that like people are so wound up tight about this. And look, you know what? There is absolutely a toxic side of fandom. Absolutely. They're so wound up tight. They're worried about literally what everybody else is doing, except for just doing what they do. Like I just do what I do. I don't know. It's crazy. But so, so I just said this, and I said, I really feel that we're going to be surprised. We're going to get something special out of this Flash movie that we're not expecting. Now, am I still going to be like frustrated about the Ray Fisher stuff? Absolutely. Am I going to give it my best money? No. I'll be honest with you. I'll see if I even give it money. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's next year. You know, I'm just saying. You know, I want to see it. There's you got Michael Keaton in there, and look, that means something to me. That was my Batman. You know, that was you know, my life, right? So, you know, my 12-year-old self is like, hey, you got to go see Michael Keaton. You know, but the thing is, like, I want to see that film, but yes, I'm torn. Absolutely, I'm torn, and I've been very vocal about that. But you know, here's the funny thing: is that there's some people now. Most people, dude, like, it got shared. People were loving the tweet. Like, I was just having a conversation with you all, because you all know me. I love to have conversations. We'll razz each other, you know, we'll disagree, we'll do whatever. And then at the end of the day, we just go home, right? But you know what? Twitter. Oh my gosh. Twitter. No. Twitter, man, they just gotta like dissect everything. And so there's like 2 or 3 guys and who just give me a hard time. Just people, you know, posting ridiculousness. You know, like one person said, hey, isn't this the random guy that said he was leader of the Snyder Cut movement or whatever? And thank you, Lena Deli. Thank you, bro, for standing up for me. I appreciate you guys when you guys make your voice heard, because y'all got my back and I got your back. And so I appreciate that, you know. And look, anybody still, Enosh Damas on the fandom announcement, right? No, look, you know, here's the thing. Anybody who's still on that ridiculous leader stuff, seriously, you know, and if you're watching this and you've been giving me a hard time about that, look, man, I ain't mad at nobody. But, you know, seriously, that is so overblown. That is so ridiculous. You know, I'm still out here talking about how, like, no, that's not what I meant. But you know what? That's fine. You know, like, I see people going on channels and griping about, you know, YouTubers that they unsubscribe to and stuff. And yeah, I'll talk about that if you saw that. You know, look, Zod is my friend. Zod didn't say it, but Zod, you know, did a video about that, and certain people went on there, you know, like one guy, you know, who he's been on that leader thing about me, you know, and you know, look, man, there's always differences of opinions about what you think is something, what I think is something, how we deal with that stuff. And look, if he was here right now, if he was sitting here with me right now, I would tell him, look, man, I'm not mad at you. Let's squash that. Right? Because I don't want to live my life fighting with everybody, and especially over something silly like that. Because obviously, I mean, I don't even know how many times I gotta say this. Obviously, I wasn't there, right, when the Snyder Cut movement was started, but I'm here now, you know, and I've been here for quite a while, and I've made my voice heard, and I have a platform, and I'm using that. But I think it's funny too, because, like, you know, people were coming at me like, you know, about Ray Fisher and Wayne T. Carr and stuff, and I'm like, yeah, I've talked to him. I know why they're not going to go see the movie. But literally, Wayne, God bless him, I love him, man. He came on the channel and he explained where they're coming from, and I respect that too, you know. And nobody's forcing anybody to see this film. Nobody's I'm not out here shilling for Warner Brothers. I mean, like, come on, really? Go back and look just through my thumbnails, God's sake. Like, yeah, you know, like, I ain't that. I don't change on a dime. And, you know, and that's the other thing about that, right? So with that, like, I respect their opinions, and I respect where they're going with that. And who knows? I mean, like, there's a lot of time between that now and that movie. And, you know, if something comes up that I feel like, no, you know what, I don't feel comfortable seeing the movie, I won't see the movie, you know. But for right now, just because Wayne and Ray said we're not going to see it now, doesn't mean that I just automatically change my opinion. I need to see or know what I want to have a talk actually with Ray about that. I've had a talk now with Wayne, and I know where Wayne's coming from, and I'd love to have a talk with Ray about it, and hopefully we get to do that. But, you know, like, I just find it funny people jumping on bandwagons, and they think that they're defending something that they love. And, you know, I get it. right? You want to stand up for what's right, and so do I. So do I. I absolutely want to stand up for what's right. I don't want to support racism. I don't want to support a racist, agenda or whatever. I want to support good people. I want to support that. But I did make the point too that we're talking about the executives. Andy Muschietti, as far as I've seen and heard, has done everything he can, and he's a good guy, and he's trying to make a good movie. I don't believe that he's a racist. I don't believe, especially from the cast that he's putting together. I just don't believe that about him, and I don't see anything else that says that. But here's the thing: the people that we have a problem with are the executives, right? And honestly, if we went through all the executives for all the movie, companies, and we tried to, pinpoint whatever about them, we'd probably never go see another movie again, because there's a lot of scummy people, and that's just fact. There's a lot of scummy people involved, and so look at Harvey Weinstein, for example. That's just one example right there. But you're going to throw out every movie that he was involved in? Well, you got the Matrix movies coming. You got the Matrix movie coming out this year. Now, he's not involved in that one, but the Weinstein Company was very much involved in the first three. So you're going to throw out those movies and never see those movies again because of just the executive up at the top? It's a conversation, and it's definitely, I'm not telling you what to think. I'm not, I don't know what the answer is to that. I'm about having the conversation and saying, well, what do we do? How far do you take that? But I'm always open to that conversation, and I know that you guys are too, because you guys are level-headed. You guys are good. What's up, Melissa's World? Hey, good to see you, hon. Brian, I'm driving, so I can't see everything Brian's saying. But yeah, the thing is that look, it's a changing world, right? And we got films coming out. We got things that are changing. And look, I'm hoping for the best. My hope is, I'm not telling everybody that that the Flash is going to be filled with Snyder Cut references or whatever, because I don't know that. I don't know that. Now people want to fill in the blanks, and they want to make it out to say that you say things that you don't say and whatnot. But I will say this: it was kind of cool, because there was one guy. We were kind of getting a little heated yesterday on Twitter, back and forth, and it was cool because look, it's really easy to get heated in a tweet, right? Because you only have so many characters, and you're trying to speak your mind, and it's like Facebook, Twitter, social media in general. It sucks sometimes. But I like the fact that me and this guy were talking, and he mentioned something to me about, because I had tagged Ray Fisher, because I was just trying to make the point, because a lot of people were coming at me about the Ray Fisher Wayne T. Carr thing, they're not going to go see it. Well, okay, but before that they had said right here on the channel that they were going to go see it. So so obviously something changed, and that's what we got to talk about, right? Is what changed and why, and you have those conversations. But people just want to fly off at the handle, and just start pointing fingers, and it's like, I don't know how you're mad at me for having the same opinion that they had literally a couple of months ago, but they're closer to it. They have information, obviously, that I didn't have or don't have, and I still need to have those conversations. But the point is that me and this guy were talking, and he said, hey, this is a conversation between you and me. You don't have to tag them. I was like, you know what? You're right. You're right. This is a conversation between you and me. And I tagged them because of a lot of people were coming at me with them and kind of throwing them in my face. And so I apologized, and you know what? And we went on, and we had, we finished our conversation, and it was really good. And then, even from there, I went on his Twitter page, and he had a thing about Quantum Leap there, and I love Quantum Leap. We've talked about it on the channel many times. I love Quantum Leap, and so I said, hey man, I saw that, and then it was like our conversation was so much more lighthearted. It was so refreshing and just good. And so what I want to encourage you is that, look, there's always going to be people who you can get into a fight with, but try to diffuse those things, right? Oh yeah, the cameo thing. That's so dumb. Like, literally, all these stars are on cameo. Like, if anything, the cameo thing means that he's doing well because people are going to want to do cameos with him. But whatever. That's what's up, Blueberry Comics. Yeah, it is what it is. Oh yeah, now everyone's calling Nolan overrated, whatever. Look, Warner Brothers, they've lost Nolan, right? Zaslav is going to have his hands full coming into this situation, right? So we shall see what happens. Now, I'm getting to my destination here in just a second, and I don't know how the internet's going to be when I pull into the parking lot. It's usually kind of low. But I just want to encourage you, keep your head up. Know you are loved, you got purpose, you got reason, and come on. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, I'm in a bad area right now, but hey, I want to tell you, be yourself, be true to yourself, know who you are, and if you know who you are, and you know what you're doing, it doesn't matter what other people say. Okay? It doesn't matter. And that's one thing I've learned over this last year. I've learned to grow such a thick skin over stuff like that, right? I mean, I look back at years ago on Facebook and stuff where like I would argue with people and I would go back and forth with people about stuff. And I'll still spar with somebody every once in a while, but I feel more that I'm in a position of power and control because I control what I do. What's up, H Barts? Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. I appreciate that. Hey, I'm on my phone in my car, and you gave a super chat. That's kind of cool. It says, hey, Enash Kermit here. Have you been studying your daily Kermit? Always, man. I always study my daily Kermit, man. I read my daily Kermit and get my inspirations from Mr. Kermit the Frog. Absolutely. Kermit the Frog. He's awesome. And so thank you so much, man. But yeah, that's the thing. You got to learn to grow a thick skin and just know who you are. At the end of the day, I don't come home to those people. You don't come home to those people. Opinions are personal, and yeah, and look, everybody, what's up, Chris? Good to see you, man. Everybody is entitled to feel the way that they do about whatever, right? Exactly, James. Enjoy what you enjoy. It's okay. If you like Star Wars, great. If you love Star Wars, hey, you can go to our Teespring and you can purchase a hashtag I Love Star Wars t-shirt, right? Or even get it on a mug or something. We did that campaign a couple years ago, and it's still true. Like, you could put anything in there. But, I put that hashtag I Love Star Wars thing in there because it was, I was sick of seeing people just hate on Star Wars for no reason. We're just going to hate Star Wars. That's right, Chris. Hashtag I love Star Wars. Hashtag I love Star Wars. Hashtag I love DC. Hashtag I love Marvel if you love Marvel. Hashtag I love whatever. It's weird when people try to control you and tell you what you should and shouldn't like. Hashtag Star Wars is woke. Whatever, dude. Yeah, you're funny. But no, it's weird when people are trying to literally control people. Hashtag I love lamp. So do I, Paul. But do you really love the lamp, Paul? Or do you really love lamp, or are you just saying that because lamp is in the room? That's what I want to know. I know you love Star Wars Mega Podtastic. And I love all of you. I really do. I appreciate all of you. You guys make my days fun, and you inspire me, and you make me want to be better, and you make me think about what I do before I do it. And I know that you guys got my back, and I'll be honest with you. I'll just be absolutely transparent. A lot of you guys know, a couple months ago, Lamp doesn't judge. That's funny. A couple months ago, like I had a lot of people H parts, Avengers Infinity Jarbo. Is it Infinity Jarbo or is it Age of Jarbo? Um, but a couple months ago, I was going through kind of a rough time because I had a lot of people attack me at once, and a lot of it was not even like the outside stuff with like all the bigger stuff. Like that would seem like that was the stuff that maybe bothered me, right? Like if you were watching at that time. Uh, but that's not what was bothering me. What was really bothering me? There was a couple of people who had been close to me that we were having a hard time. So in the midst of like this major attack on that other side of people being mad at me and Twitter bombing me and coming in and hating the videos and all that stuff, like okay, whatever, right? I've been down that route, right? Like I mean, last year I went through that stuff with Jody and Andy Signore and all that, all that ridiculousness. So I've been down that route. I've learned from that. So like yeah, it sucks, but that's not what was really bothering me and on my heart. What was really bothering me was two friends here at the channel that we had a disagreement, and some of it, like I didn't even know what was going on. And I kept trying to reach out. I kept trying to do that. And in the midst of all that big stuff, that was happening too. And that's what was putting a burden on my heart. And so the thing is that, you know, I didn't have a lot of motivation. So I get it. I get it, Absolutely the cool guy. I just want to like stuff and celebrate what's fun. What's wrong with that? Like, why are people so ticked off about that? Like people that I love even, I mean, they do these videos about really silly stuff, I think sometimes. And worried about stuff that they really shouldn't be worried about. I saw a video today and it's like, okay, like, why are we complaining about stuff? Like even when we do our 2 cents on nonsense stuff, I get asked sometimes like, well, why do you do the 2 cents on nonsense stuff? Isn't it the same thing? No, it's not. And here's why. Because we're trying to point people to the fact that there are positive things about Star Wars, and not just Star Wars, but pop culture and things like that. And we're pointing out these people who are literally attacking that, right? What's up, Snyder Steppenwolf? And that's our point of 2 cents on nonsense, is that this is all nonsense. This stuff over here is nonsense. We are trying to bring some positivity to that and point out to these people, like, because there's people who just like will watch Doomcock, or they'll watch Nerdrotic, or they'll watch, Jeremy, from Geeks and Gamers, or Ryan Kinnell for some reason that I can't even think of right now. But they'll watch that and they think that that's real. They think that they're telling the truth about these things, and they think that they're reliable sources for pop culture news, and they're not. They're very, very biased. Very biased. Where it's like, I look at something and, it's like, you asked me about Star Wars Visions. Am I a Star Wars shill? No. Do I love Star Wars? Absolutely. So if I see Visions, for example, and I go, yeah, it's not really my thing, I'm probably not going to be super excited about it. But I know there's people who are into anime who really are excited about it, and I'm happy for them. But it's not for me. When I watched, did I watch Resistance? Was it? No, I tried watching a couple episodes. I didn't get into it, so I couldn't be into it, right? But did I make video after video about how it sucked? It sucked. It sucked. It sucked. No. So what's the point of doing that? Because somebody loves it. Here, I want to get to this before it goes away. H. Barts with another $5 super chat. Thank you, bro. Says Matt got his own Bond series. I heard a little bit about that. I didn't see it, but I was listening. Jarbo Royale, Quantum of Jarbo, Jarbo Fall, Jarbo, and No Time to Jarbo. I like never say Jarbo. Never say Jarbo. Um, uh, No Time to Jarbo. I had peanut butter on my hand. It was that, yeah, No Time to Jarbo. I like that one. But no, seriously, when we do our 2 cents on, never say Jarbo again. Oh, for your Jarbo only, for Jarbo's eyes only. Um, Anyways, that's my point. It's like, even when we do the 2 cents on nonsense thing, it's still to bring some Jarbo finger. Hey, I don't even want to talk about that. What's up, Bradley? Um, but that's things I don't. We're not doing it just to be jerks. We're not doing it just to be bad. We're doing it to point people to some positivity, right? But it's like when I was kind of disappointed. This video that, like I said, uh, somebody just got on there and just griped about me for like 20 minutes. You know, yet that person's never talked to me. We had a Twitter exchange, and I even offered to, here's the thing. Here's my side of that story. I don't know if you saw that. I'll be fully transparent. My friend Zod Ryder, and Zod and I are fine. But Zod did this video, and look, people are going to make videos, whatever videos they want. And he made this video called "Unsubscribed," and to me, it was a little different because he gave he gave people a chance to come on. I think he was trying to do a good thing, just kind of try to give people a voice or whatever. But he allowed people to come on and voice like why they had unsubscribed to certain people. But unfortunately, to me, it came across as just a gripe fest, right? Like you don't. To me, if you do a video like that, you bring on then the YouTuber as well and allow those people to have a conversation, and maybe you bring some closure to it, right, and some understanding to it. For for that, like when people are just complaining about something, well, that's not going to make it better. I think I understand what Zod was trying to do, and and if Zod sees this, Zod knows I love him. I've had a conversation with him, and I'm not saying this to throw Zod under the bus either. I want to make that very clear. I'm just saying the person who was doing this, who was complaining about me, and it wasn't just about me. There were other people that were complaining about other YouTubers, but the person that did this specifically, we had a Twitter back and forth. I went on for an hour. The guy made me out to be that just like, well, Enosh was just a jerk to me, kind of, and Enosh just he wouldn't listen and all this stuff. It's like, no, I literally spent an hour tweeting back in a private tweet back and forth with the person because I care about him. And if you're watching this now, man, I still care about you, and I still want to make this right. Still. And I even offered to have a private, StreamYard, allows you where like you can use it like Zoom, right? Where it's not broadcast over the air, but it's just, the two of you or, whoever you invite, like in a meeting. And so I said, look, let me set up a private, stream and we can have a conversation, right? And actually talk to each other and work this out. And they wouldn't do it. But yet they could go on another YouTube channel where I'm not there, I can't answer for anything that's said, and just complain about me. Now, we could go on about how is that fair, is that right, I don't know. I'm not trying to throw, like, my prayer and my hope is to restore that relationship. And that's what was going on a couple months ago with me was, people were like, are you okay? Are you okay? And and the thing was yeah, a lot of that was weighing heavy on me because of the attacks and everything. But the biggest thing that bothered me was the personal ones, the friends, not the people on the other side of the fandom that like I know don't care about me, right? Like the people that there's drama and there's all that stuff. Like I'm not on YouTube just for a bunch of drama. I'm on YouTube for a couple of reasons. I mean, one, most importantly, I'm here to have fun with you guys. That's what I'm here to have, man. I want to talk about nerd stuff. I want to have a good time. I want to talk about films. I want to talk about TV shows. I want to talk about toys. I want to talk about all that stuff. When we see things, yes, we have a platform. So yes, we're going to talk about the things that we agree with and don't agree with. But we're not just going to do it as a gripe fest. If you know and you watch what we do, we point things out. Yep, and you're right, James. That was when I stopped streaming as much as I have been. I've been streaming every night, and I had to take a minute. I had to take, I kind of lost my mojo there for a minute because I had these friends who were upset at me and I didn't feel like I could fix it. And it was just frustrating. So I went on some other people's streams and stuff. I took a couple weeks and I'd go on other people's streams. But some of those people were even following me over there. And you guys know, if you guys watched, like the Sunday podcast with me and Dawson, like some of those people would go over there and, and kind of harass me over there. And then, this didn't depend upon whatever stream I went on, there was somebody there to harass me. And harassing each other doesn't solve anything, you know. Um, yeah, cool guy. I did, right? Because I felt like, that, well, that was the thing. So I was taking all that heat about the Suicide Squad and, about this and that, whatever, and these people attacking me and everything. But like I said, the stuff that really got to me was those friends. But see, here's the thing. I've reconciled with those friends, you know? And in the end, love won. And that's what I want to tell you. Is there's always going to be voices out there. There's always going to be complainers, and there's always going to be that negativity. I'm sure somebody hates this video already. I'm sure somebody's given this video a thumbs down. I can't even see that right now because all it shows me is a thumbs up thing. Uh, you know, but I'm sure somebody literally, I could come in here and probably say like I cured cancer, and one of these naysayers would be, it's a bad video, we're gonna thumbs down it just for the sake of thumbs down it. Look, it's engagement, right? Um, you know, but yeah, and then some are mad because I don't talk Snyder every night, and then some people are mad because they think that I do talk Snyder every night. Right, like I'm in the middle of that. I really am in the middle of it. Like you guys don't even know, man. Some of the messages that I've gotten over the last couple of months, it's ridiculous. Some people accuse me of not talking about the Snyder cut enough, I'm just obsessed with Zack Snyder. You're obsessed with Zack Snyder, and I love too. Like I got invited. When we did Deck the Halls, and that was the first time that I had Ray Fisher on. The Nerd Queens had Zach on that evening, and Tiffany's part of League of Mayhem, right? And so she was going to be on that stream. Well, the Nerd Queens specifically asked for me to be on that stream, to come in with Tiff because they wanted me to talk to Zach. I was watching this video the other day. Well, it was part of that unsubscribed video, and one guy is, talking about, oh yeah, I watched that video and stuff, and Enosh, just had to muscle his way in there and talk to Zach, and you could see that Zach was physically, what was the term, like physically uncomfortable, with Enosh or whatever, and it just got worse. You guys have no clue. You really have no clue. Like that was such a great and touching moment, and Zach and Deborah have been absolutely touched by the fact that we put together the brick for him at the Superman Museum. Like they've been absolutely happy with that. Look, I don't like to say, what word I don't like to use. I don't like to use the term jealous, because I always feel like if I say, well, those people are, it's just jealousy, right? And I'm not saying that that's not untrue. Because there are people who are just going to be jealous of you, and so they're just going to attack everything you do, So it's like, so if I have Ray on, well, Ray doesn't really care about Enoch. I literally had a couple people try to tell me that this week, that like Ray doesn't care about me, Wayne T. Carr doesn't care about me, Ray Porter doesn't care about me, which just makes me laugh. Literally, that makes me laugh. Make me laugh hysterically, right? Because then, Saggy goes and meets Ray and has him sign something to the Poindexter Lounge, and she's going down the line, and so they take, like, what do you want on your thing? So she put, to Enosh Poindexter Lounge, and it just slides down there, and so he doesn't see the person right in front of him as he's signing it. But when he saw Poindexter Lounge, she said, and my name, he lit up and he's looking around because he thought I was there. He don't care about me. You're talking about people who have never they've never talked to Ray. They don't know. They couldn't email Ray if they wanted to. Okay, but somehow they don't care about me. Wayne T. Carr, I love that guy so much. Wayne T. Carr, I tell you what, is such an awesome dude. He's such a just, and I don't look. I know people are like, well, you've never seen him in anything. Look, I'm a good judge of character, and talking with that guy, he's just a nice guy, and you can tell that he's a good guy in real life. Like, and you look at his life, you look at him, like, in just how he presents himself. He's a smart guy. He's he's gentle, yet he's firm. he's just on it, man. And I just respect that a lot in people. When I meet people of great character like that, I think it's important. And the guy watches the channel. That's the thing. Like and not just me. He's watching other people, man. Like when he comes on, he knows the people who are here on the channel. You know, like I don't know if Truth 31 is still here, but like when Truth, was on, at least like, hey Truth, I watch your stuff. He knew who Truth 31 is, right? He knew who my panelists were and what they do, RJ and all. Like he knew that, but he doesn't care about us. Ray Porter, that guy. Like his biggest thing, man. He just keeps like I talked to Ray. Ray is such a good guy, and that dude, like I do now know a lot about Ray, and I love Ray. And that guy, man, like his whole thing is he wants to come here and he wants to have dinner like with us, and he just wants to. He just keeps talking about how he just wants to give me and Tiffany a big hug because he loves us so much. And I love that, man. I love that guy. I cannot wait to meet that guy in person. Seriously. In a few weeks ago when I was looking for a Darkseid figure, the guy who plays Darkseid literally messaged me and said, hey, did you find one yet? And I said, no. And he says, hey, I'm on it. And he spent his day looking for a Darkseid action figure for me. Going to Targets, calling Targets all over Hollywood, he said. Now, am I saying that to say to you, look how cool I am, that I'm cool and I got this angle with these people? No, that's my answer to these people who want to act like I don't know what I'm talking about, and that these people don't care about me. Somebody tried to tell me yesterday that Ray and Wayne, they didn't really tell me how it was. Like they're just being nice. They got no reason to just be nice to me. I've given them a place where they can speak their mind. They both know that they're welcome anytime. Wayne feels comfortable, man, that on a moment's notice, he's come in twice before where he was just watching the program and just came right in. I sent him a link because we were talking about him. He was in the chat. He was talking. I sent him a link and he came in. Just like he's one of our other streaming friends. Right? Stop lying. We all know you're a clout chaser and in this for the money and fame. Hashtag UNHV. Hashtag. Well, and that's the thing. Right? So these same people, will get on there and be like, Enash is a fraud. This guy's a fraud. Everybody's a fraud, right? Everybody who has a differing opinion than them is a fraud. Okay. All right. I think Elton John put it best. He says, I'm still standing. I'm still here, man. You're still here. I love the people that I do this with. RJ, Brian, Master and None, William, William's out there, yes, the Matt Jarbos, these people, look, I like I said, I don't like to say that it's just jealousy. But I still don't understand how you argue with people who actually know the people you're talking about. Like there's people standing up for Ray Fisher, and I'm happy that they're standing up for Ray Fisher, but they say things like in the vein of Ray, whatever, and they're supportive of Ray, like they know what Ray thinks. Like well, I'm just some white guy, so Ray obviously doesn't have any connection to me. Really? I think Ray loves a lot of people, and I don't think that it matters that I'm just some white guy. That doesn't make any sense. But I've had people say stuff like that to me too. And it's like people who've never talked to these people. And like I said, I'm not saying this because like, oh, look how cool I am, because I have. But I have had the opportunity, right? And so like even the day that I talked to Zack Snyder, like people trying to bend that and twist that, and Enosh like snuck his way into that, that thing. I didn't sneak my way into anything. I don't need to sneak my way into anything. I got invited. Like, I sold his soul to the nerd queens. Can I just tell you, the nerd queens have never asked anything of me, ever. Like, they've never asked anything of me. They just trust me. Wonder Meg, can I just tell you how wonderful Wonder Meg is? Her and Tiffany have become such close friends. I'm like, are they best friends? I don't know. I don't know how close they are, but I know that they've become close and they talk. And I'm happy for that because one, I'm happy that my wife has some friends around, that talk nerd stuff, some other girls that talk nerd stuff. But like, they talk all the time. Tiffany talks to the nerd queens like Cole and Nana all the time, and Meg, and you know I just think it's funny when people are like, yeah, Cole and Nana and Meg, they don't know Zack Snyder. Zack Snyder's just being nice to them. He's just, doing it. Like, really? Okay. How many directors just like out here being nice to people that they don't have to be nice to? Like, they're just some girls that, you know, like have no pull in the industry, have no pull in anything, but yet like fully supports them, like name drops them on other channels, like major channels like Grace Randolph and stuff like that, talking about Justice Con. Oh, that's my favorite too. Is like we're gonna gripe about Justice Con all day long, right? Like Justice Con sucked. We would have done it better. I don't see you doing anything. If you think you could do it better, do it. I encourage you, man. Do a nerd thing, man. Do something that gets people involved. That'd be awesome. Do it. But I don't see him doing it. But see, there's people who sit back and go, well, I could do that. And then there's people who do that, right? There's people who will watch American Idol or they'll watch, some singer or whatever. I could do that. And look, I've dealt with that my whole life, okay? I'll never forget. You all know that I've, as a musician, I've had some awesome opportunities, and I got to play guitar for a Grammy Award winner, my hero, John Schlitt, lead singer of the band Petra, has sold millions of albums, has toured the world. Okay, now look, maybe everybody doesn't know him because he's a Christian rock artist. Okay, but literally Petra, the band Petra, was one of the first Christian rock bands that ever formed in the 1970s. Their sound changed. I mean, they started out with a classic rock sound. It changed, into the 80s to have that kind of light pop rock sound, and then like mid 80s to early 90s, they had that huge arena rock sound that I just love, man. That 80s arena rock sound. In the 90s, they kind of like toned it down a little bit, kind of went a little bit more alternative with some of the stuff. And then, man, their last real album was called Jekyll and Hyde, and and it was just rip your face off metal. It was awesome. And John Schlitt, look, I don't care if you like Christian rock music or not, the dude has one of the most amazing voices ever. And before he became a Christian, before he was in that rock band Petra, he was in a band called Head East, which was a very popular regular rock band in the late 70s. And they had that song, Never Been Any Reason. It goes, save my life, I'm going down for the last time. Right? And so they had that song. And then they also had a song, Since You've Been Gone, Since You've Been Gone. And I think it was maybe Argent that did that song too. There's a couple bands that did that song, but they were one of the ones that did the song. Anyways, I say that because this guy was my musical hero. This was a guy that I looked up to my entire life. And he's won Grammy Awards. So, like, he's legit, man. And I got to play with that dude, right? And I just came off of doing, like, a bunch of shows with him, and I came back to work. Because, that's my thing, man. Like, I ain't trying to be nothing that I'm not. I ain't trying to claim anything that I'm not. Like, I was going to work. I was working at Kinko's, man. And I took the time off to go and do all that stuff, man. I had vacation time. That's what I took it to do, was to go play in this rock band. But I got asked to put that band together because I made those connections, man. Some people, they don't know how to network. People, they look at me and they're just like, this guy, he doesn't know what he's doing. He's just some floating guy. They just don't know Enosh Fee. Like, literally, I worked in sales for 18 years for Kinko's and FedEx. I know a thing or two about connecting with people. Okay? I cracked the top 10 in sales for my entire company and almost won a trip to Hawaii because of my of my my skills, because of what I did. Okay, I ended up coming in at like number 11, so I just barely missed it. Each part's another $5 super chat. Thank you, buddy. Says what says whatever happened to Doink Pexter Lounge with the Son Eve? Son Eve. That's funny. I don't know what happened to those guys, but but that's things like I've there's a reason why I'm able to do what I do, right? And there's a reason why I do like. And when I know it was a source of contention for the dude also who was complaining about me. He's like, because I said to Jeremy, that like I have to be strategic in what I'm doing, like even on the channel. That doesn't mean that I'm not being me. Anybody who meets me outside of this, like go ask Jerry from Nightstar, who we just saw in Chicago, right? He'll tell you this is me. Like we sat there literally at a restaurant and had a nerd conversation like this. Like when I say that I have to be strategic in planning what I do, I try to put on a good show for everybody, right? I try to plan what we do, try to have the drops. Like everybody sees the drops that I have. I worked in radio for years, okay? I had a radio show for 5 years before I ever did this YouTube channel called The Rock Show. I'd love to take some of those old episodes because I've got the audio to them. The unfortunate thing is it's got a lot of music in it, that we used for background music and stuff like that. And so I know that it would get copyright claimed like that or get struck with some of the stuff. But what I may do is I may make a second channel sometime just to put that stuff up there because it was like an hour-long show and it was fun and it was well produced. I mean, well produced. And I did that. I worked in TV a little bit, so I've worked in production. So yes, I am strategic in what I do. I plan what I do, folks, right? I know that there's a bunch of YouTubers and people in our community, man. They just go live and they don't plan for it, and they're just like, hey, whatever happens, and they act like that's somehow being real. You know what that reminds me of? That reminds me of being in the music scene growing up, and like there were a couple of bands that like signed, some record deals or whatever. And anytime somebody would be successful or get something like that, and all the other bands would sit around and complain about them and gripe about them and talk about how they were sellouts, whatever. A lot of punk bands that I played with like that, and they were just like, anytime a punk band made it or something, it's like, oh, that band was a sellout, And look, it is jealousy, and then it's like, again, there's people who sit around talking about like, I can do that, I could do that, I could do that. Oh, that's easy. I could do that if I wanted to. I could do that. And that's what I was telling you. I came back from playing with John Schlitt. I came back from doing that stuff. And this guy I worked with, like, we were talking one day about it. And he's like, where you been? And I told him what I've been doing. He's like, oh, that's cool. Yeah, I could do that. I'm pretty talented. I was like, okay. And, like, dude literally, like, tried to sing for me right there. And it was like bad American Idol audition type of stuff. Right? And that's the thing. There's people who think that they can do stuff that they can't do. And so when they see other people doing things, they're jealous. And not just jealous, but they're mad at themselves because they're not able to accomplish that. That's what I look at when I see people mad at the nerd queens about Zack Snyder and stuff. Like, why would you be mad because those ladies have a relationship with Zack? They obviously have a relationship with Zack. Anybody who takes 2 seconds and watches how he reacts to them and the relationship that he has can see that. I don't know. It's just it's weird. Like the day that yeah, H Barts, I hear you, man. I got to get going too. But thank you for joining me, man, and thank you, H Barts, for the super chats. I love you, bro, and I appreciate you, man. Your T-shirt should be there by my birthday, around my birthday, it's September 24th. So he was at full Poindexter on the members role, and so I got behind about a month, and so I apologize for that. But we got them both out to you, and so he's got a couple of T-shirts. Yes, my birthday is the 24th. Thank you so much, Black Ops. Hey, look, we just keep on going, right? And so yeah, look, there's people who are always going to be upset at other people's success. Have I arrived? No. But you know what? I'm where I'm at. I didn't sell my soul to get there. Nobody's expecting anything about, from me, right? I'm just Enosh. Just Enosh. But I have a particular set of skills. I do. I do. I've been very blessed to have a set of skills that have gotten me here, that have built relationships, and that's why I can have conversations with the people that I've had conversations with and have them respond the way that they have. You know, when I did the Batista interview, uh, you know, he warmed up to me, like, and then afterwards tweeted to me his Ewok village, you know. Exactly, Brian, and that's my point. Is like I'm not letting these people drag me down. Don't let people drag you down. All right. So I'm thinking I may like do some like morning encouragement stuff while I'm on my way to work like this. If you guys like this form of video, because I dig it and I dig you guys being here, and I love you all. I love you all very much. Hey, Paratosh, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. He says, hey Enosh, have the recent shows of AEW changed your view on pro wrestling? Would you do weekly show reviews? Well, look, AEW has definitely changed the game. I mean, anybody has to admit that. The AEW has absolutely changed the game in every way. And WWE better watch it. Just saying, WWE is letting a lot of talent slip through their fingers, and AEW is right there. Hey, Steven, if you'd like to see me interview Ken Shamrock, you know what? Tag him, find him on social media, tell him, hey, get with Poindexter Lounge, and then I'll reach out to him, because that'd be a cool interview. But yeah, AEW better, or WWE better watch what they're doing, because they're making mistakes. They're letting things slip. And doesn't that sound familiar with what happened with WCW? And they could wake up one day and AEW could be serious. Now look, AEW has, they haven't always put on the best show, but they've stepped it up. They've stepped it up, for sure. They've stepped it up. They've stepped up their game, and they're doing really, really well. And so, yeah, I would just say they better watch it. WWE better watch their step. Now, as far as whether I would do like a review show, here's the thing. A lot of times I'm having to watch AEW and these other things like after the fact. So I don't know that I could guarantee that I would always be like on top of it. I would love to. I wish that I had more time, for that, to be able to get on it, But a lot of times I'm having to watch it or like, thumb through it, because just for time's sake. That's all. But I'd definitely be open to it, because I definitely think the AEW is, they've changed the game, and yeah, it's made me interested in wrestling again. I've tried, over the last few years to, come back to WWE every once in a while, and it's just boring. It's just god awful boring. But AEW is keeping it up. Thank you, Blueberry Comics. Thank you for being here, man. You have a great day. I got to get. Yeah, like Bray Wyatt is talked about, for company. Danielson is there now. Adam Cole is there. They got Sting, my favorite. Look, the whole package is there. So, as long as they put on good shows. I think the final one, Venom 2. RJ, I'm feeling good about Venom 2. My only concern about Venom 2 is no Spider-Man. That's my only concern, really. Like, I liked, that and the comedy. That's the only two things that concern me. And Spider-Man thing was there with Venom 1, that I was concerned about. And even though Venom 1 was great, I felt Spider-Man was missed. I missed Spider-Man in that that show, in that movie. because it's Venom. You're doing a Carnage storyline. Spider-Man should be there, but you know, uh, it is. Yeah, they do have Venom on the new Spider-Man or video game and stuff. So, but as far as the movie, as far as Venom 2, look, I'm looking forward to it. I like it. My only concern was the trailer had way too much comedy in it, way too many jokey jokes, especially for for that. What's up, Hassan? Good to see you, Hassan. Yeah, there was just way too many jokey jokes for me for a Carnage thing because Carnage is brutal. Carnage is deadly, man, and that should be a serious movie. It really should be a serious movie. And jokes are good. Jokes are good. You guys know I'm not against jokes. It just I hope that the movie's not all jokes. But I am glad that they moved it up. I'm looking forward to it, and I'm definitely going to see it, and I'm going to see it in theater. So there you go. All right, and I'm looking forward to the Matrix. Matrix looks awesome. Uh, I'm on board. I'm definitely on board. What's up, True 31? Zenosh, have you ever thought about contacting the legendary Kevin Conroy for an interview? I haven't actually thought about it, but now that you mentioned it, I might. I might do that now. Yeah, that'd be awesome. Kevin Conroy would be an awesome one, Truth, for sure. For sure. Truth, also a man not without controversy. Don't they love us, Truth? Don't they just love us, man? I love the way Truth speaks, man. Truth speaks the truth, man. He's out there doing his thing, and God bless him. He's another one, man. Like people have wanted to give him a hard time and stuff, but he has built his channel from the ground up, man, and he is worthy of all the success that he has gotten. And people see him, as honest and legitimate, and somebody that they trust and that they know is going to speak the truth. Controversy sells, baby. I love you, man. I hope to meet you one day in person. There's always, like I'd love for us to have like be able to like have a big festival, and I think we're going to try honestly to have something sometime next year in 2022 in Vegas and meet some of you guys, if everybody can make it. But Truth, I hope to meet you in person one day, man, because you're a good dude, and I appreciate your wisdom, and I appreciate your personality, for sure. Let's see here, a couple of things. RJ, okay, I think I'm back. Like I said, I'm in this bad spot here. RJ, I wanted to say to you, excellent video yesterday on heels versus babyface on your thing with Hawkeye. You really did a great job on that, man. You really did a great job on that. That was a great take on that. Uh, just a bunch of whining. Um, yeah, and so like I'm not even a big Hawkeye fan, and you know that. But I totally respected what you were saying, and just the fact that you were pointing out all these points about Hawkeye and about her, in general. Uh, all this complaining about women and stuff and it was pretty obvious. And I loved how you called it right off the bat, and you were just like, "Yep, as soon as I guarantee you, as soon as they start mentioning, the females, he's going to start complaining." And that's what he did. That's what he did. But way to call it out, man. Way to call it out. Great, great job. All right, guys. Well, hey, I got to get going. So I love you all. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Make this day the best that it can possibly be, and know that you are loved, you are cared for, and as long as you keep going, as long as you get up in the morning and you get out there, you know what? You got one more day, and that's what it takes, day by day, day by day. And just know that if you need help, if you're going through some struggles or whatever, there's people who are out there who are available to you, who will talk to you. If you're contemplating things that that you shouldn't, and or self-harm or anything like that, please reach out to somebody. Like we've done, look, we've done fundraisers and everything for suicide prevention or whatever, but know that there are people out there who do care. And you know what? This YouTube channel cares. So I know that we get into a bunch of stuff, and we have a lot of fun, and we do things, But at the end of the day, I do care about you guys. And so uh, please, please know that you're loved, that you're cared for, and you're appreciated. And I love seeing your names pop up as we do videos, okay? Have a great day. Thank you guys for your support. I appreciate all of you, and I'm just glad that you're all here with me. All right. Until next time, don't let anybody tell you that your fandom doesn't matter, and don't tell anybody that theirs doesn't matter either. But seek to have good conversations. And in the end, just treat each other with some respect. And if you do that, there'll always be a place for you here in the Poindexter Lounge or the Nerdmobile, whatever. I got room in the back, so there you go. Till next time, guys.